Many people love water bodies mostly because they don't know what's hidden beneath the depths of these water bodies. And apparently, an abundance of astonishing stuff is accumulating beneath the waters. Scientists have found some terrifying discoveries at the bottom of a canal you could never have imagined. These discoveries are so shocking that they'll completely blow your mind. In today's video, we'll tell you about them, so watch this video until the end to find out all about them. Stone animals. This lake is just as dangerous as it seems to be beautiful. It does not do this because of a mystery or a folktale, but rather because it turns animals to stone. It is due to the water's high alkaline pH and salt content. When animals come into contact with water, calcification occurs and the animal dies but turns into a stone. Even the hair on the body is still in its proper place. These dead animals make for a very powerful image. Although it houses some algae and is breeding ground for the endangered lesser flamingo, it is unsuitable for supporting life. Because of the bacteria that live there, the lake is red, which raises its temperature significantly. It is a thrilling tourist attraction despite the horrifying sound it makes. Skeletons found in a lake. A worrying discovery was made in 1942 by a British forest guard in Rupkund, India. A frozen lake filled with skeletons was located at the bottom of a small valley about 16,000 feet above sea level. Even more skeletal remains were discovered floating in the water and scattered around the lake's edges that summer due to the ice melting. Here, a terrible thing happened. Given that it was a time of war, the initial assumption was that these were the remains of Japanese soldiers who had perished from exposure while smuggling themselves through India. Fearing a Japanese land invasion, the British government dispatched a team of investigators to check whether this was true. But after closer inspection, they concluded that the bones weren't those of Japanese soldiers because they weren't sufficiently recent. It was clear from the bones' age that they were very old. No one could accurately determine where the bones were from, but the dry, cold air preserved the flesh, hair, and bones. Furthermore, they didn't know what had killed more than 200 people in this tiny valley. Numerous hypotheses were advanced, such as an epidemic, a landslide, and ritual suicide. No one has been able to solve the Skeleton Lake mystery for decades. An expedition to the location in 2004 appears to have finally solved the puzzle of what killed those people, though nobody anticipated the strangeness of the answer. The dates of all the bodies are around 850 AD. DNA evidence suggests that there were two separate populations, a family or tribe of closely related people, and a second, smaller local population, probably employed as porters and guides. As a result of the discovery of rings, spears, leather shoes, and bamboo staves, specialists now think that the group was made up of pilgrims passing through the valley with the assistance of the locals. Each body had suffered a similar death from head trauma. However, the short, deep cracks in the skulls didn't appear to be caused by weapons, but rather by something round. The 2004 expedition reached the same conclusion after conducting extensive research and analysis. Unfortunately, a sudden severe hailstorm claimed the lives of all 200 people. The travelers' bizarre sudden death was caused by the hard-as-iron cricket ball-sized hailstones that came in their thousands while they were trapped in the valley with nowhere to hide or seek shelter. These hailstones were about 23 centimeters in circumference. Before being found, the remains were submerged in the lake for 1,200 years. The ghost village of Spain. A ghost village has been found at the base of the Alto Lindoso Reservoir as a protracted drought continues to choke northwest Spain. On the Spanish-Portuguese border, the former village of Aceredo flooded 30 years ago when a hydropower dam filled the valley to build the reservoir. Additionally, the Associated Press reports that on occasion, when the water supply is low, it is possible to see the last few rooftops of some buildings. Spain saw only 35% of the average rainfall it had experienced during the same period from 1981 to 2010 in the final 3 months of 2021, but since then there has been little rain. Due to the deteriorating drought, Portugal's government ordered 6 dams, including Alto Lindoso, to stop using water for irrigation and electricity production. According to a ministry source, there hasn't yet been a nationwide issue with the drought, but indicators point to a potential worsening in the coming weeks. A resident, Jose Luis Pen, 72, told AP that the area used to be covered in orange trees and vineyards. Everything was green. He pointed to the reservoir's cracked yellow bed and said, "Look at it now. It's very sad. There are still standing structures with partially collapsed roofs, crates filled with empty beer bottles, and even an old drinking fountain." People wander the village while walking on the dry, uneven riverbed because the water level is so low. Since the dam's construction, the entire town has never been exposed. Let us know your views in the comments below. Subscribe for more.